So hello fellow coin collectors, how you going today? In today's video, I thought I'd talk about Australia reducing the size of our coinage because our coinage is quite big. It's one of the biggest in the world. It's not the biggest. There are some other countries that do have bigger coins. So we have the French Pacific. So the French Pacific in September are going to reduce the coinage because it's too large for its value. So this is a 5 franc. This is issued in 1952 and it has a value of close to 5 cents. So it's about 80 francs equals $1 Australian. So as you can see the size. Keep dropping that. They're 10 and 20 francs are the same size as our 10 and 20 cents, and the 50 franc is similar size to our 50 cent. But that makes it quite a large coin. So in September, they've decided to reduce the size of their coins because they're just too big. And in the Americas, we have Costa Rica. So Costa Rica issues the largest coins in the Americas. So the exchange rate is about 500 colons equals $1. So this is worth about 10 cents. And if we see with the Australian 10 cents, it's quite larger. And if we have 100 colons, this is equivalent to about 20 cents, also larger. So pretty much Costa Rica coins are larger than our coins. Then there is a 500 colons. It's pretty much similar size to our 50 cent. And that's the largest coin. And that's equivalent to $1. They don't have an equivalent coin of 50 cents, which would equal 250 colons, but they just don't issue that. They do have a 25 colons, so maybe they could issue a coin like that. So these coins have been in circulation since the 90s. And eventually Costa Rica is going to reduce the coins sizes because that's what they have done. They've done that in the early 80s when the inflation increased. But in general, Costa Rica just lets their coins fall out of circulation. So here's the 10 colons, quite a large coin. Now it's just a small aluminium coin, the same size as our 10 cent coin, or a little bit smaller actually. So then we have Singapore. So here is the evolution of the Singaporean 50 cent coin. And you can do the same with the 5, 10 and 20 cent coin. So here we have the 10 and 20 cent coin is smaller than the previous coins. So we have the coin was first issued in 1967 when Singapore first issued their coins, and this one lasted up until 1984 and in 95 they issued a new coin. So it's quite a large coin, similar size to the 20 cent coin, but unlike the Australian coins, which got its value from the British pound, the Singapore coins, which were before 67 administered as a British colony or protectorate, came from the Spanish dollar. So you had the Philippines, it was quite close. They used Spanish dollars because it was a province of Spain, and the Spanish dollars filtered into China, into Singapore and Malaysia. So it was the most common silver coin of that era, and this would have been equivalent to 4 reals instead of 8 reals because it's denominated as half a Singapore dollar. So that's the first evolution. So this one has I think it's a rockfish or a zebrafish, don't know, it looks nice anyway. So that one is still legal tender, but it's no longer used. And then we have the second coinage. So this one is a little bit smaller. First it was reeded and then it was lettered. So that is a reduction. If you want the sizes and the weights. You can look at them on Numistar, but these two are copper nickel. And then in 2013, they issued, I think it was 2013, 2011. I get confused with Malaysia with that all the time. They issued a small nickel-plated steel coin, and that's this one. And as you can see, each time they've issued a new design, they've reduced the size of the coin. So this takes into account the devaluation that's happened via inflation. And we're not talking about devaluation that's happened because their currency has lost its value, like Costa Rica. So these coins are, for the exchange rate, equivalent to 50 cents Australian. And as you can see, our 50-cent coin is very large. It's always been larger than the Singapore 50-cent coin, but they have equivalent value. And then we have some other countries. So here we have 3 coins from Norway. So Norway is quite a wealthy country like Australia. And these coins have been similar sizes for most of their independence period. So it's from 1905 up until roughly the mid-90s. And then they reduced to 50 øre. So this has a value of roughly about 17 cents. Oh no, not 17 cents, probably about, what's half of 17? So that's about 8.5 cents. So roughly 10 cents, okay? We'll round it up. So as you can see, they reduced the size of the coin. And then later on, they did remove this from circulation. So you won't get any of these in circulation, so they were removed. Then we have a coin that's equivalent to 20 cents. And for most of the period, it was a large coin. So it was similar in size to the 10-cent coin, just a little bit larger. Probably about $1 coin size. So I do have a $1 coin. If we make a size, yeah, similar, definitely almost the same. And then they reduce the size and put a hole in it to distinguish it from previous coins, especially the 50 øre, which they are similar in size. So you can't use the 50 øre as the 1 krona, which are, if they were the same size coins, then people do, like India, when they reduce the coins, they make the value size the equivalent value of the lower denomination of the previous series. So the current coins of one rupee can get the old 50 paisas from the 1980s and try and pass them as 1 rupees because they're just the same size. So that is how you get around that. And then we have the 50 krona. So as you can see, it was a large coin. There's a 20-cent coin. So Norway does demonetize these. And around 1999, they issued a slightly smaller coin, copper nickel with a hole in it as well. So you cannot use any previous coins as equivalent value. So this one is demonetized. These ones are still in circulation. And the electronic payment system has probably done havoc on Norwegian coins. And then we have the famous New Zealand coinage. So what New Zealand done was the 3 lowest coins, 1, 2 and 5 cent, are removed from circulation because of inflation. And then we have the 10, 20 and 50 cent, which was similar size as the Australian coins up until 2006. So for 15 years, they have had reduced size coinage, so they're more advanced than us. So then we have the 50 cent. And one thing you need to realize or notice is that a 50-cent coin in 1969, I do have a few 1969 coins. So yep, there's the first one, 1969. This has roughly a value of about $6 now. And in 1966 it's about $13. Oh no, not $13, about $7 purchasing power. So I'll sink another £1. So to get the same value of these coins, 1966, you need roughly about $6 now. So that means that these coins have lost a lot of its value. And if you wanted to pay for something, $5. So we've got 2, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5. So that's quite a lot of coins. And they're just too heavy to, use in this format. And if you're going to get coins for change, they're just very heavy. And when I used to do coin banking, it was about 10 years now, getting coins was a pain in the butt because they're just so heavy and you needed quite a lot of them. We used to take 5, $1 and $2 coins, and we used to get 10, 20, and 50-cent coins because they'd always disappear. So, and the 5-cent coin. 5-cent coin really has no value now, so I reckon it's about time they remove these from circulation. Because really, what can you buy with 5 cents? Even if they round it up or down 5 cents, it's really going to make no difference to the majority of people unless you're living on $1 a day. So we have got large coins. Oh, this one's got a cut on it. Did I notice that before? Probably. So yeah, these coins are just too large for the current economy. They pretty much can't buy anything, and a lot of other countries have shown it's quite easy to reduce the size of the coins. New Zealand had no problem in 2006, 15 years ago. 15 years ago, wow, such a long time ago. Singapore, another modern country, has no problem with reducing the size of its coins. And even third world countries have no problem with the change in the coin size. So we've got some Tanzanian coins. So these are the current coins. And the previous coins, they just let fall out of circulation because of devaluation. So I reckon that it's just time to reduce the size of the coins, just based on the fact that these coins were designed in 1966 to replace the pre-decimal coins, and the value back then could produce or can purchase a lot more than what they can now. So current coins should be reduced just to take into account the purchasing power that we have today. Anyway, I'll leave this video here. I hope it will open the discussion to reduce Australia's coinage, and I reckon now is a good time because coinage use has gone down quite a lot, so there should be less of a problem with people using these coins. Thank you and goodbye.